Good day and welcome to our daily news roundup on Atlantic TV. I'm Mike Egobadio. Here are our top stories. NAPTIP foils child trafficking to Nasarawa State. Sokoto ADC faction denies backing Tambuwal's move. Nigerian gays entry into global IT service management network. And Tinubu visits, UK announces road closures, airspace restriction. And on sports, NSC honors youth outlets in Abuja. Now to the news in full. The National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons has begun a detailed investigation into the alleged trafficking of 4 minors from Adamawa State to Nasarawa State. The agency state's commandant, Sadiat Galadima, disclosed this while parading 2 suspects in Lafia. The suspect identified as Asabe Bendan and Oklapuma Ogiafe were arrested by operatives of the Department of State Service in Karo local government area while allegedly attempting to move minors to Edo State. Galadima said preliminary findings indicate that more than 20 children have been trafficked by suspects from Adamawa to Edo and Lagos State. She added that the investigations are ongoing and further information could lead to the prosecution of those involved. The commandant also urged parents to remain vigilant, warning the traffickers often operate within communities and among trusted acquaintances. NAPTIP says it will intensify raids and enforcement efforts to curb human trafficking in the state. The Federal High Court in Abuja has allowed the Independent Corrupt Practice and Other Related Offences Commission to assess and examine electronic devices seized from former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai's residence. Justice Joyce Abdul Malik approved the request for forensic analysis. The seized devices include mobile phones, storage devices, flight drives, and a laptop, which authorities say may contain messages, call logs, and other data relevant to ongoing anti-corruption investigation. El-Rufai has separately challenged the search, claiming it violated his fundamental right and seeking 1 billion naira in damages. The ICPC and police insist the search was legal, conducted under a valid court warrant as investigations into the former governor continues. And talking politics, a faction of the African Democratic Congress in Sokoto State has denied a former governor and senator representing Sokoto South, Aminu Tambuwal, has joined the party. The state leadership says Tambuwal did not follow constitutional procedures required for membership. Now, according to the party, chaired by Umar Farouk, there is no record of Tambuwal's registration at the ward level, the only legitimate channel for joining the ADC. Party inquiries into Tambuwal's ward and local government area found no evidence of his membership. The ADC also warned its 2023 governorship candidate, Bello Isiaku, not to admit individuals into the party privately and cautioned Tambuwal against interfering in the Sokoto state affair, saying legal action could follow any such attempt. Despite the controversy, the party stressed its doors remain open to new members who follow proper channels. Tambuwal, a former key figure in the People's Democratic Party, recently resigned from the PDP, sparking debate over his reported defection to the ADC. And still talking politics, Ondo State Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa has criticized a federal high court ruling in Akure that bars him from seeking another term in 2028, calling the decision premature and a distraction from governance. He spoke on Thursday during an appearance on a television political program. Ayedatiwa said discussions about the 2028 off-cycle governorship elections are unnecessary at this stage, noting that he recently secured a fresh mandate from voters in November 16 of 2024 election. I have never thought about any other election other than delivering on the mandate given to me, he said, adding that constitutional limits on tenure are not yet on his mind. The governor dismissed claims that he's conducting a political witch hunt of forcing members out of the All Progressive Congress, describing the suit as a distraction following his political challenges, including surviving election and impeachment processes. The suit filed by ABC chieftain Akin Abuwolo added, or rather asked the court to interpret section 137 subsection 3 of the Constitution regarding Ayedatiwa and his deputy Olainde Adelami. Justice Toye Adebudugoke ruled that the governor is ineligible to contest in 2028, citing the constitutional 8-year limit and referring to a Supreme Court decision in Marwa versus Nyako. Nigeria has launched a local chapter of the Information Technology Service Management Forum, joining a global network of IT service management professionals operating in more than 50 countries. The launch aimed to strengthen the country's digital service ecosystem and also promote global best practice in ICT service delivery. Speaking at a virtual event, the convener of the ITSMF Nigeria, Nesta Komolafe, said the forum will provide a collaborative platform for IT professionals, organizations, and government institutions to share knowledge, adopt international standards, and improve technology service management across industries. A steering committee including Dagogo Brown, Ayo Aderinya, and Kenneth Ojeke will guide the Nigerian chapter. The forum is dedicated to advancing IT service management practice, including the widely used IT infrastructure library ITLI framework, which helps organize and align IT service with business goals, improve efficiency, and enhance customer satisfaction. Globally, ITIL is applied to over 82% of Fortune 500 companies. ITSMF Nigeria will operate as an independent, non-profitable membership organization open to both individuals and corporate organizations. Its objectives include knowledge exchange, professionalization of IT service management in Nigeria, organizing industry events, publishing research, and promoting international standards like ISO/ICE 20000 to support the country's growing digital economy. And still talking business, Nigerian crude oil production dropped to about 1.314 million barrels per day in February, continuing a shortfall from its 1.5 million barrels per day OPEC quota. The decline is putting pressure on local refineries, including the 650,000 barrels per day Dangote refinery, which struggles to secure enough domestic crude to sustain operation. Now, data from OPEC shows production fell from 1.459 million barrels per day in January, marking the 7th consecutive month Nigeria has missed its target. The shortfall is affecting both export earnings and domestic refining, forcing some facilities to rely on imported crude purchased at international market rates. To address the gap, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited began sourcing crude from third-party international traders to support domestic refinery. The Dangote refinery, for example, receives only 5 cargoes per month from NNPC, far below the 13 cargoes required under the Naira 4 crude policy. The Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, led by CEO Orishemeyiwa Eyasan, has pledged to wrap up production in line with the federal government plan to reach 2 million barrels per day by 2027 and 3 million barrels per day by 2030. Efforts will focus on optimizing output, reducing losses, and accelerating time to first oil without adding extra regulatory burdens on operators. With that news, we'll go on a quick break, but when we return, more news across the world, as well as sport. Join us.
Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV.
Welcome back. Nice to know you're still there with us. Now, British authorities have announced road closures and temporary airspace restriction in Wheatstone ahead of the state visit of Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to the United Kingdom. President Tinubu and his wife, Oluremi Tinubu, are expected to arrive on Wednesday, March 18, where they will be received by King Charles III at the Windsor Castle. Now, according to Thames Valley Police, security agencies are working with the Royal Bruge of Wheatstone and Maidenhead and the royal household to coordinate extensive security arrangements for the high-profile visit. Authorities say airspace restriction over Windsor Castle will be extended on March 18 to 7 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. as part of the security operation. Chief Superintendent Adrian Hall said the measures are designed to ensure public safety, warning that anyone who breaches the restriction could face arrest under aviation laws. Security teams, including mounted units, search teams, armed forces, and road policing units will be deployed across Windsor, supported by neighborhood policing teams and Project Sivator personnel. Officials also say hostile vehicles barriers will be installed and surveillance around the area increased. Meanwhile, road closures and parking restrictions will begin on March 17 and may cause temporary traffic disruption in and around Wheatson. Oil prices has surged past $100 per barrel as the world faces one of the biggest disruptions to energy supplies in a generation. Brent crude, the international benchmark, jumped more than 9% on Thursday, with futures trading at $101.13 early Friday. Markets are reacting to ongoing tension as the United States and Israel continue military operation against Iran. Asia's stock markets opened sharply lower today, following step losses on Wall Street. The spike in oil comes after Iran Supreme Leader Mujtaba Khamenei vowed to maintain the effective closure of the Strait of Hormuz, a vital shipping route carrying roughly 1/5 of the world's oil. Only a handful of vessels have passed through each day since the conflict began, compared with the more than 130 before the crisis. Several commercial ships have already been attacked, including a Thai flag vessel off Oman. U.S. President Donald Trump stressed that preventing Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons remain a higher priority than controlling oil prices. Meanwhile, efforts to release energy oil reserves and allow the sale of sanctioned Russia oil have so far done little to ease supply concerns. Energy experts warn that uncertainty and a lack of clear goals in the conflict are keeping oil prices high. The Pentagon has also yet to escort commercial ships through the strait, although U.S. Energy Secretary Chris Wright says such operation could begin later this month. With tension showing no sign of easing, oil markets are likely to remain volatile, keeping global oil costs under pressure. Away from that to sports now, the National Sport Commission has honored outstanding junior athletes at the Nigerian Tele International College for their performance at the 2025 domestic and international competition. Now, 6 student athletes are recognized in Abuja during a ceremony led by NSC Chairman Shehu Diko and Director General Bukola Oladipo, with support from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, former Youth and Sport Minister Sunday Dare also attended. Sprint Miracle Ezechukwu, a multiple gold medalist at the African Youth Games and African School Games, received 3 million naira alongside teammate Rosemary Chigozie. Other athletes recognized include Yemi Andrew with 2 million, Crown Uma 1 million, Unique Uma 1 million, and Adeze Precious 1 million for her long jump performance. The NSC said the initiative is part of an effort to strengthen grassroots sport and support young Nigerians excelling in both education and athletics. Recognizing young talents early is essential to building the future of Team Nigeria on the continent and global stage, the Commission noted. The program began last week in Lagos and Abeokuta, where shot-out swimmers and athletes are rewarded for their achievements in the African Zone 2 swimming competition and other competition, highlighting the NSC's commitment to nurturing young sports talent nationwide. Now, still talking sport, Fenerbahce president Sadettin Saran has revealed why Turkish club missed out on signing Nigerian forward Ademola Lookman during the winter transfer window. Lookman, who had impressed at the African Cup of Nations, ultimately opted to join Atletico Madrid instead. Saran told Fenerbahce TV that negotiations with Atlanta Football Club, Lookman's former club, initially went well, but fell through when Atlanta demanded a financial guarantee before completing the deal. Fenerbahce refused, insisting the club had no outstanding debt. Lookman spoke with our coach and he wanted to come, Saran said, but Atlanta preferred Atletico Madrid, and that's how the deal ended. Fenerbahce has offered 35 million euros for the 28-year-old winger, who previously attracted a 40 million euros offer from Inter Milan. Since joining Atletico, Lookman has made a strong start under Diego Simone, scoring 4 goals and providing 2 assists in 11 appearances, confirming his status as one of Nigeria's rising stars in the European football. With that, sporting news brings us to the end of the news right here on Atlantic TV. I will always emphasize, if you have any newsworthy report and you want us to be a part of it, well, do well to send it to our different social media platforms, and we'll definitely oblige you. I still remain Michael Gobadia. Bye for one now. Have a great weekend.